identity. In 1953, the year I was 6, I was separated for a year from my mother. I was very close to my mother, and who knows why this happened to my family. What adults tell children are often not the real reasons, but my father came back. I suspect they weren't getting along. They split up the family, and my dad took my brother Jake and myself to the Ozarks, and we lived in a little trailer behind one of his sister's homes. And my brother John was sent to live with my mother's parents, and my mother stayed in Denver and finished medical school, pregnant with my sister Tony. Now, don't worry if you don't remember all that. The important thing is I was 6 years old, and I had a year I lived in a dark trailer pretty much alone with my brother Jake. I went into hibernation. I felt like I spent a year in storage. And if it hadn't been for my brother, I don't think I would have survived it. My dad was a traumatized vet. He wasn't around. And there's a picture of Jake and me in kind of funny-looking clothes, standing in front of a school, and we are holding hands like our life depended on it. That year of mother loss wired me neurologically for depression and anxiety, and that has been a burden ever since. I remember the day we reunited. My mother was coming with Tony, the new baby, from Colorado. My father was rendezvousing with her in some little town in Kansas. We got there early, but it was getting dark. And Jake and I were sitting in the back seat. My dad had a beer. This is back when people drank beer in their cars quite often. He was sitting in the front drinking beers out of bottles and smoking cigarettes, and we were waiting for our mother to show up. We knew we had a baby sister, and my brother John was coming back, and we were excited. But we waited, and I fell asleep. And the next thing I remember is my mother tapping me on her shoulder and saying in her beautiful voice, "Mary, wake up, I'm here, and I've got a little baby sister for you." And I remember how I felt at that moment. I felt an infusion of golden energy. And it's almost like this girl who had been in a cave was lifted out into the sun. And I did not want that moment to end. I could feel this golden energy moving through my body. And I had a sense, a child's sense, that from now on things will be okay.